Good day, viewers. Today, we're going to discuss about how to use an SPSS, Statistical Package for Social Sciences. So first of all, what is SPSS? SPSS is a statistical tool used for calculating data. So are you having a hard time solving or calculating the data where statistical techniques are involved at a large scale? So here's a tutorial for you. So first of all, we're going to demonstrate SPSS test of relationship. There are two kinds of tests, the parametric and non-parametric tests. There are two types of parametric tests, the Pearson R and chi-square. While in the non-parametric test, we can use the Spearman rank. The next part of the video will give you a clear view on how to use this kind of test.
So today I'm gonna use SPSS to calculate Pearson's R for a data set. So here is my data in the left. We have their subject, age, and income. So how we will compare the age and income. So we will go to variable view and input age and income. After, we will go back to data view. Since we have 10 subjects, we will highlight 10 columns, so we will in the data, age, and income. So double check if you have mistakes, then click Analyze and go down to Correlate, select Bivariate, move the age and income, click Person, then two-tailed, go to Options, then select one of these, then continue, then OK. So here we go. We have the average age 37.200 and also income 42100. Then the correlation is significant.
Another test of relationships under non-parametric is what we call the chi-square. So this test is commonly used for testing relationships between two ordinal or two nominal or one ordinal and nominal. In this video, I prepared two examples using chi-square test. One is 2 by 2 table and 2 bigger than 2 by 2 table, but both uses chi-square test. This example is for 2 by 2 table, which is simple and not so extravagant data. So these are the steps for chi-square test. So first you click Analyze, then Descriptive Stats, then go to Cross Tabs. Then after, put the variables on your left to your right. Then click Statistics. Then chi-square and phi and Kramer's V. So phi and Kramer's V, which is used to look at for the 2 by 2 tables. Then click Continue and then Cells. After that, click the Expected, which is to check if it violates the assumption, and Continue and OK. After clicking OK, you can see the results with the use of chi-square. It shows different tables but focus on the table having two-tailed. So two-tailed do not specify the direction of difference. For example, you don't say that there are more male smokers than female, or there are more female non-smokers than male, you should say that there is an association between male and female smokers. As you can see in this area, it has a value of 0.743, so it represents the p-value. So you can compare it to the confidence level, which can be 95%, 98%, 96%, and so on. But for this data, we use 95% or 0.05. So if the p-value is greater than or equal to 0.05, it is not significant and accept the null hypothesis that you have. If the p-value is lesser than 0.05, there is significant and reject the null hypothesis. So we proceed to the example number 2. Same thing, click Analyze, then Descriptive Statistics, cross tabs, then put the variables on your left to your right. So type of claim to the rows and the fraudulent claim to the columns. Then click Statistics, then chi-square and phi and Kramer's V. Then continue. Then click cells, then expected, then continue and OK. So same thing, you can see different tables which represents that you are correlating the type of claim and the fraudulent claim.
Since we're done with the person R, let's move on to another type of statistical tool, the Spearman Raw. This is an parametric tool used for variables which are both nominal and ordinal. In this simple data, we measured the reaction of the people that ate something spicy and the milliliter of tears they cried after doing it. The reaction was measured through scale data, which has 7 levels, from 1, which is very mild, to 7, which is never eating that food again. It is also important to take note that the milliliter of tears is not a normal distribution data, which is why we use Spearman Raw for analyzing the set. Now we move on to the steps. First, click Analyze, then Correlate, and then lastly the bivariate. After that, you'll see a dialog box. Transfer the variables you want to correlate to the other side. Then check the Spearman box. Then check two-tailed, because this is a two-tailed type of data. And lastly, click OK.